Welcome back, Motorheads. This is Project Truck Finds on Facebook Marketplace, and this week I bring you some running projects for $5,000 or less. Up first, 1989 Dodge 250 for $4,000. This one here's a 4x4 with a 318 with fuel injection. It's got a little small hole in the driver's floor and needs a fuel tank strap. Well, if you're into the Dodges and you're looking for a 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive project truck, this one here might be right up your alley. Overall, the body, you can see it's got its typical rust like all of them. But in a world of crazy high prices that people are asking for project trucks, this one here is running and driving. If you're really into the Dodges, this might not be too bad a price for you. Up next, we'll 1986 square body S10 for $3,500. This one here is rumored to have the little Iron Duke 2.5 with only 65,000 original miles, and it's got a turbo on it. I don't know if that's a good idea putting a turbo on a little 2.5, but you know, here we are. Now, I'm not knocking a 2.5. They were pretty good, reliable little engine. They actually performed okay, but they just didn't have a whole lot of horsepower. But putting a turbo on a 2.5 Iron Duke is kind of like putting on a rubber when you're home all by yourself. Now, overall, the truck doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape, but keep in mind it does have a rebuilt title. Up next, 1978 Chevrolet C10 for $4,000. This is going to be the long bed variety C10. This one here is also 2-wheel drive. It's got a 6-cylinder with a 3-speed. It's got a brand new floor pan. Overall, the little C10 doesn't look to be in too bad a shape. It looks like it's got its typical Chevy rust there in the doors and the rockers and around some of the bedside there. But overall, I think the truck, for the price, is in pretty good condition because these square bodies are getting a little out of hand what people are wanting for these things anymore. This one here is running dry with that little 6-cylinder. And these little 6-cylinders will run forever as long as you keep the maintenance up on them and keep oil in them. Hell, sometimes you ain't got to keep oil in them, they'll keep running. Up next, got a 1972 Chevrolet C10 for $4,500. This truck's rumored to have a 350 in it with a 350 turbo tranny. Truck runs, but needs some work. Overall, this little C10 doesn't look to be in too bad a shape. Got a snafu there in the front passenger fender. Other than that, it does have the typical Chevy rust. Bottom of the fenders, doors, the rockers, and the cab corners. But overall, this truck actually doesn't look to be in too awful bad a shape. The cab looks okay. The top of the cab didn't see big dents. Definitely going to need some interior work. But with the prices these trucks are bringing in now, I don't think that's too horrible of a price. Up next, 1973 Ford for $4,000. This truck's rumored to be all original with a 390 big block with a C6 transmission, Ford 9-inch. A lot of extra spare parts in the bed. I think this one here is a pretty good looking truck. This is actually one of my favorite body style Ford pickup trucks. Always did like these. There's something about them. I don't know what it is. They're just kind of cool looking. Overall, the body on this truck doesn't look to be in too bad a shape. From the pictures of the truck, I don't see anything too terrible sticking out. Say, hey, look at me, I need a lot of work. Interior doesn't look too awful bad. This might make somebody one hell of a little running project truck. What do you guys think of this little Ford right here? Leave it in the comments. Up next, 1979 Chevrolet C10 for $3,500. Seller claims this one here's got 83,000 original miles on it, runs and drives great. It's got a 305 with a 2-barrel. Looking at the pictures, the truck doesn't appear to be in too horrible shape. I do see a couple dents here and there. I don't see any major rust or anything like that that's sticking out at me here in the pictures. Nothing to be too concerned about if you're a mediocre body man at best. I think this would be something for somebody who's entry level looking for a running driving project truck. I think this one here might be pretty good. If you don't want to do a whole lot of body work or a whole lot of straightening, this might be the one for you for the price. What do you guys think? Next, a little 1989 Dodge Dakota for $3,500. Seller claims running, driving, V6 2-wheel drive Dakota. Needs some TLC. Now, these little factory convertible Dodge Dakotas, I'm not going to lie, I thought these damn things were pretty damn cool when they first came out. They were a little expensive for back in the day when they came out, but I thought they were cool, little fun little trucks. Even though I'm not a Mopar guy, I guess I kind of secretly like this one here. What do you guys think of the little Dakota? For nostalgia reasons, I think it's cool. Is it worth the price? If it's running and driving and you're really into the little Dakota convertibles, this might be a good little project truck for somebody. Nothing else, a good little conversation piece or a little bit of convertible truck history, or just a blast from the past. Up next, another 1973 Ford for $5,000. This truck here is a long bed variety with a 306-cylinder. Now, I don't think the truck's in too bad a shape, but I think $5,000 might be a little bit much. If I was going to spend $5,000, I think I'd go get the 73 short bed with the big block. But I still think this will make somebody a good project. Up next, a 1984 Chevrolet S10 for $4,500. This little S10's got the 2.8 liter V6. It needs a little bit of work, but it also has the banded camper conversion. I haven't seen one of these things in years. I'm surprised we found one in this good a shape for that price, to be honest. These things were actually really dang cool back in the day. If you've never been in one, these things are really awesome little S10s. Now, they were really underpowered with that 2.8. And that 2.8 was a pretty decent little V6 engine from Chevrolet. I've liked it. I've managed to blow several of them up, but that's neither here nor there. But this is actually a pretty dang cool little camper, and I think for that price, I think somebody should hurry up and go rescue that thing, so I don't do it. Up next, 1978 Chevrolet C10 for $4,000. Seller claims this one here runs and drives perfect, shifts smooth. It's got some Summit racing goodies under the hood. Other than just telling us it's got some Summit goodies under the hood, you should have told us whether it's got 350 or 305. Overall, from the pictures, the truck, honestly, it doesn't look bad. I've seen a lot worse for the price. This one here, if it's running and driving as good as the seller says it is, this might be worth picking up for that price. What do you guys think of this little C10? Up next, 1964 Ford for $5,000. This one here is a short box with a V8 with a 3-speed, runs and drives as it should, got brand new brakes and tires. From the pictures, this truck actually does look to be pretty dang solid. I wish they'd put a little bit better pictures on so we could really get a good look at it. But overall, I don't think this is too bad a price for this truck right here, running and driving with new brakes, new tires. And the price of these trucks are going up just as well, so I don't think $5,000 is too bad of a starting point. I would still definitely try to get lower. What do you guys think? Well, that's all I got for you today. If you liked today's video, smash that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.